Hey y'all, welcome to Pelvic Floor and Core Stability. Today we are working your obliques, your deep core, your glutes, and your posterior and anterior oblique sling. So pretty much everything. All the equipment that you need is listed in the description. So let's go ahead and get started in a comfortable sitting position. Actually, we're gonna do rock back breathing first. So never mind me, you're gonna meet me in all fours and then sit back on your heels. Grab your yoga block, place it between your forearms. Doesn't matter if it's long ways or short ways. You're gonna squeeze that yoga block in between your forearms with your palms facing up towards the ceiling. Rest your head on the yoga block. Inhale into your ribs, expanding 360 degrees. And exhale, let it go. Inhale, feel the bra strap region, lower back, pelvic floor all expand. And exhale, let it go. Really focus on rounding that upper back. Feeling the air go into that bra strap region and the anal sphincter. Inhale. And exhale, let it go. We're creating space in our posterior pelvic floor and our glutes. Inhale. And exhale. Let it go. One more here. Big inhale. And exhale, let it go. Now we're gonna get into a comfortable sitting position. To do some rib circles, place your hands on either side of your ribs and imagine you are drawing a circle on the ground with your ribs. We're creating space in that rib cage with our rock back breathing and now with our rib circles to ensure we can get our diaphragm to expand a full 360 degrees. Go ahead and switch directions. It's very normal for it to feel uncomfortable or uncoordinated in one direction versus the other. We've got 3, 2, and 1. Stay in this comfortable sitting position. Place your arms in 90 degrees in front of you. Inhale, arch your belly and chest, puff them out, squeeze the shoulder blades up towards the ceiling. Exhale, round and tuck. We've got our seated cactus. Inhale, puff the chest, look up. Exhale, round and tuck. Warming up the full spine all the way from your cervical spine down to your tailbone. Squeezing the shoulder blades together. And then exhale, round and tuck. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Prop yourself back on your hands with your feet about hip width or a little wider, maybe as wide as your mat. And just allow those knees to fall to one side and then the other for 90-90 hip switch. Just working through that full range of motion through the hips, preparing them for the work that is to come. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Grab that Pilates ball, place it behind the small of your back. We're still warming up here. You're gonna rest on that Pilates ball, feet flat on the floor. Inhale into your ribs, expanding 360 degrees. Then exhale through pursed lips, imagining you are bringing your pubic bone up to that sternum. Ribs come down and in at the very end. Inhale, release and expand. Exhale, zip up that core. Use that pursed lip exhale to get that good deep core contraction. Inhale. Exhale. Ribs do not move until the very end. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Imagine you have 2 headlights on your hip bones and you're trying to point those headlights towards one another. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. Stay in this comfortable position. I'm gonna go through the workout and then we will get started. We will have 3 different circuits today. The first 2 are just supersets, meaning you only have 2 exercises. You'll do 2 exercises alternating for 3 rounds, then the second round of a superset for 3 rounds, and then a circuit, which is 3 exercises for 2 rounds. First superset is ball supported curl up and then a front plank knee tap. Let's go ahead and get started. You're already supported on that ball. Extend your arms out in front of you. Inhale, lean back over that ball. Exhale, zip the core, curl up. Try to make your feet as light as possible in order to better engage the lower abdominals. If you want to make this harder, place your hands behind your head. You're maintaining contact with the ball, with the back of your ribs, even as you curl up, leading with your chest. The chest is the driver of the motion. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Roll over onto your belly. Not onto your belly, but all fours. Place that Pilates ball between your knees. You're gonna start in a quadruped position with your hands pressed down into the mat. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, wrap the core, squeeze the ball, extend both legs out long so you're in a front plank position. Inhale, tap your knees towards the ground. Exhale, extend back into that front plank. Inhale, tap. Exhale, extend. If this is too difficult for you, I just want you to maintain this front plank here. Inhale, tap. Exhale, extend. You're maintaining core tension the entire time, pressing your hands down into the mat away from you. Squeeze that ball for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're back in that ball support curl up. So we're just doing those 2 exercises on repeat. Hands behind your head. Inhale, extend over. Exhale, curl up. Leading with that chest. Making your feet as light as possible. You're hollowing out your abdominals. Remember, you can always extend your arms out in front of you if this is too difficult for you. If it's still too difficult, I just want you to work on your ball-supported march right here, or just maintaining this deep core contraction with your arms extended. Moving on to our front plank in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rotate over, ball between the knees, up on those hands. Exhale, wrap your core into that front plank. Inhale, tap the knees. Exhale, extend. Another alternative, if this is too difficult for you, instead of just holding the front plank, what you can do is you can hold that front plank and just alternate dropping one knee down and then the other. This will be a good intermediary to getting to that bilateral knee drop. I'm gonna place that Pilates ball back between my knees. Inhale, tap. Exhale, extend. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Last round through. Ball supported curl up. You know the drill at this point. Extend those arms out long or behind your head. Inhale, extend over. Exhale, wrap the core, curl up. You can even place one hand on your lower belly and one at the bottom of those ribs to kind of serve as that cue to bring that pubic bone towards your sternum. Watching for any coning or doming. Making sure you're not getting lower belly pooching. You're squeezing, or rather, I should say, engaging your lower core first, then the upper core. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Last time with this front plank. Place it between those knees. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, get into that plank position. Inhale, lower, exhale, extend. You're squeezing the Pilates ball between those knees. You're slowly tapping the knees to the ground. You're lowering with control and then extending. Whew. The abdominals are talking to me. We're moving on to a different superset circuit in 5, 4, 3, 2, finish out your rep, and 1. Alrighty. Next superset, we have got a weighted kneeling hip thrust, so I'm using my heavy 25-pound weight, and then we've got a 90-90 alternating arm lift, so you're gonna need that Pilates ball or yoga block or whatever, something to squeeze between your legs. Grab that heavy dumbbell, meet me in a tall kneeling position, holding that dumbbell at your chest. Tall through the spine as if someone's pulling with a string towards the ceiling. Inhale, exhale, zip the core. Now inhale into the sides of the ribs as you sit back looking over that cliff. Exhale, further wrap the core as you come to tall kneeling. So you're maintaining that deep core engagement the entire time. Feel the sits bones spread as you sit back. We're finding length in the posterior pelvic floor and the glutes. Trying to combat all the glute clenching that we tend to do. Whether that's just a tendency or a habit or something that's actually compensating for weakness. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, finish out the rep, and 1. Set that weight down. Grab your Pilates ball, meet me on your back. We're going to be in a 90-90 position, that tabletop position. Inhale, exhale, zip the core, meet me in 90-90. Place the Pilates ball between your knees, arms up towards the ceiling. Exhale, extend one arm, and then the other. We are alternating, extending one arm overhead, and then the other. The further your knees are away from your face, the harder this will be. The closer your knees are towards your chest or face, the easier it'll be. The ribs are staying down into the mat. They're not flaring up as we extend overhead. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back to that weighted kneeling hip thrust. Meet me in that tall kneeling position. Weights right at your chest. Exhale, zip. Inhale, sit back, look over that cliff. Exhale, come to tall kneeling. Really feel those sits bones spread as you look back. You are looking over an imaginary cliff. You're pressing through the front part of your foot to help it further engage those glutes. You're not squeezing the glutes at the top. We don't need that extra squeeze. We just need to come into standing. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop that weight. Meet me on your back again. 90-90, inhale to prepare. Exhale, zip. Ball between the knees. And let's go. You're squeezing that ball the entire time, alternating one arm overhead and then the other. It's not about how fast you go. It's about, can you keep the ribs down as you extend up overhead? I like to exhale the entire time I'm extending and returning to neutral. Then I take a small inhale into the sides of the ribs when both arms are together, and then I exhale again as I lift the other arm overhead. Learning how to breathe with core tension. So we're maintaining tension in our core, but still taking small breaths into the sides of the ribs. Back to our weighted kneeling hip thrust in 4, 3, 2, and 1. I don't know about y'all, but my abdominals are tired already. Weight to that chest, tall through the spine. Inhale, sit back. Exhale, stand up. Or not stand up. Get into that tall kneeling position. Glute lengthening exercises are my favorite to help reduce that posterior pelvic floor tension and to untrain yourself to clench your glutes. We're trying to stop clenching our glutes all day long and thrusting our hips forward. We want them to be nice and round and have full length. Full length is full strength. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Last time with a 90-90. Ball squeeze with arm lift. Meet me on your back. Inhale, exhale. Ball between the knees. Let's go. This is our last time doing this exercise. After this, we've got a circuit of 3 exercises. We will do it 2 times through, and then we'll get to cool down. Keep squeezing that Pilates ball. I just noticed myself losing that squeeze. 10 more seconds. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Move that Pilates ball out of the way. Let's go over our last circuit. We will have a side plank hip lift with rotation. So you're gonna need a light dumbbell. We will have a dead bug knee press. So you're gonna need a yoga block, or you could even use your Pilates ball. And then we'll have a kickstand hip airplane option to have a heavy mini loop band around your knees. Go ahead and meet me in that side plank position. Now I'm gonna start on my left side first. Bottom knee is bent. Top arm is holding your weight, lift it up towards the ceiling. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, zip the core. Lift up into that side plank position. And then exhale, thread the needle underneath of your arm. And then lower back towards the ground. Exhale, lift, driving through that bottom knee as you thread the needle. Shoulder stays directly in line with the elbow. Pressing that forearm away from our bodies, down into the mat. Removing this weight with control. Inhale, sit back down. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's perform it on the other side. We're propped up on that right elbow and the right knee. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, zip the core, lift up, thread that needle. Stay strong with that dumbbell that's lifted up towards the ceiling. You'll feel this in your bottom glute and the bottom obliques. Pressing that forearm down into the mat, using that pursed up exhale to lift you up. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Move that dumbbell out of the way. Grab your yoga block. We've got a dead bug knee press. This is a hard one. What this looks like is
Opposite knee and arm are connected towards one another. You're starting in this 90-90 position, pressing your hand into the block as well as the knee into the block. Exhale, extend opposite arm and leg. Inhale, return to neutral. Options for modifications are to maintain a bent knee and just tap it towards the ground. If that's still too difficult, I want you to just hold this crossbody press and just move your arm. Just working on the various parts of this movement. Y'all, this is hard. We have 45 seconds on either side. We've got 4, 3, 2, and 1. Switch that yoga block to the opposite arm and knee. Inhale to prepare. Exhale. Zip that core. Press the hand and knee into the block. Exhale, extend. Inhale, return to neutral. The lower you have your leg hovering over the ground, the harder it'll be. Stick with me. Oh my gosh, y'all, this one is killer after all the core work we've already done. We've got 9 seconds left. 4, 3, 2, and 1. That is killer. Oh, thank goodness we only have to do that 2 times through. All right, meet me in standing. Grab that heavy loop. You're going to place it above the knees. And what this is going to look like is you're going to have your right leg in front, your left leg behind you in a kickstand position. Soft bend through the knees. We're getting to that kickstand RDL position. What you're going to do is you're going to inhale and drop that back knee towards the ground. And then exhale, you're going to lift that back knee away from the ground. So you're inhaling, that knee's going towards the ground. Exhaling, it's coming away. We're finding rotation through that front hip. Maintain a soft bend through that front leg. The front leg is not really moving at all. You're pressing through big toe, pinky toe, and heel of that front leg. Working on eccentric lengthening of the glute. Working on rotational strength for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and switch legs. Right leg is forward. Kickstand on that back leg. Inhale, drop that back leg towards the ground. Exhale, pull it away from the ground. I'm using my hands kind of as a helpful reminder, so I'm extending the arm on the side of the back leg as it drops towards the ground, and then I'm rowing it up as I pull it away. I'm maintaining a soft bend through that front leg. You should feel it in the glute of the front leg, but also maybe in the inner thigh. You're keeping your knees about hip distance apart, so there's a little bit of tension on that band. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Alrighty. Move that band out of the way. We got our side plank. Hip lift. Alrighty. Bottom knee is bent. Top arms straight up towards the ceiling. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, lift up. Thread the needle. You got 45 seconds here, then 45 seconds on the other side, and we will be done with this exercise. You're threading that needle in a controlled fashion. 10 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's go ahead and switch. Right arm is, or whatever arm is propped up towards the ceiling, gripping that dumbbell. Bottom knee is bent. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, thrust up. Thread that needle. Press your forearm away from you. Press it down into the mat so you're not sinking into that shoulder. After this, we have our dead bug knee press. I'm already dreading it, but just knowing that we're only doing the circuit 2 times through, so we can do it. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Grab that yoga block. Mentally, I'm gonna have to go to my happy place to get through this exercise. Opposite arm and knee. I have it on my left knee with my right arm. Meet me in tabletop position. Press into that yoga block. Exhale, extend. Inhale, return to neutral. I'm lifting my head to check for any of that coning or doming. Remember, options are to maintain a bent knee and just tap the ground here, or maintain that 90-90 position and just extend that one arm. Ten seconds left. Stick with me. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo! We've got that other side to do. All right, meet me in that 90-90 position again, y'all. Opposite arm and leg, pressing into the yoga block. You could also use a Pilates ball if you don't have a yoga block. You could also just press into your hand if you hate the yoga block. Inhale to prepare, exhale, wrap the core, extend, return to neutral. So yeah, if you hate that yoga block, just press with your hand into that opposite knee. Getting those obliques, getting that anterior oblique sling. Woo, this is so challenging, but so good. Last 10 seconds, and we got that kickstand, hip airplane. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Roll up. Grab that loop band, place it above your knees. Meet me in standing with the left leg forward. 80% of the weight is in the front leg, 20% of the weight is in the back leg. Inhale, drop that right knee towards the ground. Exhale, pull it away. You're maintaining tension in the core the entire time. Sitting back into that left glute. Finding length. Learning how to shift in and out of our hip. Pressing through big toe, pinky toe, and heel. Maintain our tripod stance. Pressing through that big toe helps us to find more internal rotation of our pelvis as we drop that back knee towards the ground. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Right leg is forward, left leg is back. Inhale, exhale, wrap the core. Inhale, drop that knee towards the ground. Exhale, press it away from the ground. Finding length in our right glute now. Imagine you are a rotisserie chicken. There's a pole going through your head and out your booty, and we're just rotating around that pole. Pressing that big toe into the ground, especially as you drop that knee towards the ground. That's going to help us find more hip internal rotation. Learning how to shift in and out of your hip is crucial for just regular everyday walking and to reduce pelvic pain, SI joint pain. We got 4, 3, 2, and 1. Yay, we made it to our cool down, y'all. Meet me on your side. Get comfortable. I'm laying on my left side. Both knees are bent. We're gonna do hip internal and external rotation. So lift your top leg away from the bottom. Gently tap both knees together, and then both heels. You can place your hand on your top hip if that feels good. Trying to keep as much of the motion purely in your hip as possible. Oh, this feels so good. Just gently tapping knees and then feet, not lifting your leg any higher than the height of your hip. Switching sides in 3, 2, and 1. And let's go. Tap knees, tap feet. Just gently going through 360 degrees of motion in our hip, telling our hip it's okay, it can relax, doesn't need to be in fight or flight mode anymore. This was one of my favorite workouts to film in a while. I really liked it. I feel like it just flowed super well, and everything is kind of sore. We got 4, 3, 2, and 1. Not that soreness is an indicator of how well you worked. All right, you're flat on your back. Figure 4, stretch across the right ankle over the left knee. Hands behind that left thigh. Pull it in towards your chest. Inhale here, and exhale, let it go. Inhaling and exhaling, releasing tension in our glutes for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Switch sides, cross the left ankle over the right knee. Pull the right knee towards your chest with your hands. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Alrighty, roll onto your belly for me for an alternating scorpion. Extend your arms out like the letter T. Turn your head towards the left. Lift your left leg and bring it to the opposite right hip. And then turn your head to the right, lift that right leg. Bring it outside of the left hip. Keep alternating back and forth. This feels so good in that lumbar spine. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're finishing off with child's pose, breathing into our back bodies. So meet me on all fours and sit back on your heels and walk those arms out long. Inhale and exhale. Inhale into those lats. Exhale, let it go. Inhale into the lower back. Exhale, let it go. Inhale into the bra strap region. Exhale, let it go. Inhale into the anal sphincter. Exhale, let it go. Inhale into the full abdominal cavity. Exhale, let it go. Amazing, y'all. Congratulate yourself on making it through another pelvic floor and core stability class. As always, please drop your comments below about an exercise that you love, maybe a cue that was really helpful, anything that can help me make these classes even better for you. And I will see y'all for our next class.